Let's unstrap this thing. Let's unstrap.
Day one. The crew gets ready to offload the factory-made components.
Everything's already cut, drilled, labeled, numbered. It's just a little erector set.
Design manager Leon DeCure takes inventory.
The floor beams, 450 pounds each. Sidewall columns. All these parts bolt together. There's no welding involved. It's kind of like putting a puzzle together, you might say.
The heavy-duty connection bolts are key to why the new clubhouse will stand strong in future hurricanes.
This is the strength of our system. It's an A325 hex head. It holds up to 2,000 pounds per square inch of pressure.
The EcoCottage is an amazingly flexible design for something made out of steel.
One of the unique things about our framing system, these are all moment frame connections. We can put windows and doors in every bay section, anywhere, full walls of glass if we need to, without affecting the strength of the structure.
Working with steel framing has its advantages. It comes as a pre-cut and pre-drilled kit. And it's not fussy about how it's treated.
You can leave your materials out in the weather while you're building. We have a primer coat on all of our primary and secondary framing, so it's impervious to weather.
Once they frame in the shell of the new clubhouse, it will be ready to enclose with windows, doors, and wall and roof panels.
These insulated panels were derived from the refrigeration industry. If you have a 40,000 square foot warehouse where you need to keep your beer or food at a certain temperature, this is the product you're going to use. So it's a natural equation to put it into a home if you want to save on energy bills for heating and cooling.
Factory manager Don Swango showed Joss around Galvamet's production line, which cranks out 2,000 insulated panels a day. Joss was impressed with the way the edges of the panels are molded.
Each wheel has a different performance. It takes the raw metal and forms it into the groove and the tongue itself. It makes it for very easy assembly.
Great, so instead of a flat on flat, we've got a tongue and groove scenario that keeps the thermal transmission from hot to cold out of the building.
At the foam station, nozzles inject insulation between two steel sheets.
This is the heartbeat of the line. This is the sandwich coming together. We're injecting polyurethane foam to fill the panel.
So that's expandable polyurethane.
Yes, it is.
What is your R value there?
The R value is 8 times every inch that we produce.
Perfect.
So we're on a 5-inch panel, we're at 40 R.
Great.
In the saw room, panels are cut with computer-guided precision.
What are my tolerances here?
Tolerance right here is 1/16 or actually 1 millimeter.
Perfect. That's exactly what we need for our EcoSteel systems. We want to make sure everything is cut perfectly on our roof and wall panels, eliminates job site waste for us, and makes sure our erecting crew isn't out there field cutting panels. Everything's already done at the factory. All we're doing is pulling pieces off the truck, standing them in place, and we never skip a beat waiting for a secondary framing contractor to come set your rafters. Everything we do is with one crew and one material, which is steel.
Joss Hudson's company got its start on much bigger projects, high-strength commercial buildings.
We don't do lumber construction, we don't do concrete construction. We travel around the world and build pre-engineered steel buildings, so they've got a long list of experience. I think we're good. I don't see any problem. Okay.
The crew doesn't waste a second unloading the roof, floor, and wall panels.
It's all shrink wrapped, pre-packed, pre-sorted. Everything's ready to roll. We're just literally gonna unsnap all the pallets.
One group works on the roof, while the other keeps moving on the walls and floors.
We've got a steel liner panel facing the inside of the building for a finished look. Of course, you've got a finished R panel on top, which eliminates the need for shingles. So you really eliminate a lot of time and the number of subcontractors to finish the project.
Camínale, easy, easy. A little bit more, 1 more inch.
This is pretty cool how your construction site waste is minimized to small little trim cut pieces. Compared to everyone else's traditional wood method where they're cutting down trees, coming out here, nothing's pre-cut. They cut half of their plywood off, half their sticks off, throw it all away. It's really a waste of natural resources. And, you know, we're trimming 4-inch pieces of panel, and that's it. These things are ready to go. These are our last 2 panels. Crew really kicked it up a notch to get us a dried-in roof by the end of the day. I think we'll be done the roof in about 10 minutes. It's the last panel. I hope Jesus measured correctly because we're hoping to get this thing in one shot. Right. Got it. Okay. All right. Last panel. Wow, guys. Front ridge bolts.
Joss makes his final punch list.
Only 4 items. That's not bad.
He tests to make sure the clubhouse is secure and strong.
This is a cable brace right here. It squares this frame up and it gives you what's called diaphragm action. So under extreme wind loading, the frames won't move around. This keeps the frame tight. They're very impressed with the strength and the look of the structure that we're putting up, and it's extremely fulfilling. Not only are we here building just another structure, we're actually building a community building that these people have been without a community building for over a year, and it's just really neat to see their excitement and the joy that we're bringing to this community. It's phenomenal.